name is Jeanelle, and I'm running for Minnesota State Senate. The question of gun safety actually is varied across the district as I've talked to so many different people. You have people who want guns completely removed off the street and for us to live in a world without guns. And then you have people who love their guns. They want to be able to access everything whenever they want, however they want. Between those two extremes, there's most of us who are trying to figure out how do we live and let our neighbors and our community members live, recognizing that not everybody within our community is stable enough to actually own a gun responsibly. And also recognizing that the Second Amendment allows us to have the right to bear arms. We're also in a very tense time in our nation where there's a lot of individuals who are concerned that if someone were to attack their family and we were to have particular gun laws in place, that they wouldn't be able to stand their ground and defend their family. So these are the ranges of conversations that I have had with people. I absolutely think it is important for us to pass policy that makes our gun laws more strict and safer. I think that for those who are religiously practicing their shot, I don't think we need high capacity magazines to be able to claim self-defense in any particular situation. Although it's worth noting that in the state of Minnesota, you cannot take another's life without being held accountable for it. So keep that in mind. The goal is to be able to keep all of us alive anyways. So I think it's important for us to be able to seriously look at gun laws. We need to get guns out of schools, keep guns out of schools and away from schools. When we think about what happened in Annunciation, that was someone who was on the outside of the school shooting in. So it's important for us to keep our children and our families safe from situations that would create either one, a scenario of mass shooting, or two, a scenario where you have stray bullets striking through buildings and, God forbid, someone's body. And so in order to do that, we need to be able to establish laws that take guns out of the hands of people who are not responsible with guns. I also think it's important for us to have background checks and to increase the rigor of our background checks. So before anyone even is allowed to receive a gun or buy a gun, that we have thoroughly reviewed their history and their ability to steward that responsibility. But it's also important to note that suicide is one of the highest areas that Minnesotans are dying. And a gun is a tool that aids and assists in suicides. So it's important for us to be able to keep guns locked up safely at home. And tied to gun safety, I think also is mental health care. So what are we doing to ensure that the people who do choose to own guns in our community are also have the mental stability and competency and ongoing care to be able to steward that responsibility well, so that way all of us get to live.